Hi. The purpose of this video is to help people understand when they see somebody waving the Army of Northern Virginia's battle flag, or what some might call the Confederate flag, or just a rebel flag, and they're saying heritage, not hate. This video is to explain what that means from an actual Southerner. Okay, this is my take on it. Now, first, let me apologize for the quality of the video. It's just being shot off my laptop. I'm just an everyday American, just barely getting by. So, you got to work with the equipment that you have. Let me apologize for the bandana on my face. I know a lot of people may not even want to take me seriously. They're like, okay, this guy's covering up. He won't even show himself. Why should we take him seriously? I'm going to counter that with, we all know how people are today, and in today's society, you can be demonized for anything you say, even if it is with good intent, like this video is. And I don't care what you think of me, but I'm not going to have my kids subject to bad treatment because of what I said. Okay, so that's why I'm covering up my identity on this. But explaining heritage, not hate, from a Southerner. Okay. Now, we all know that the North invaded the South, okay, and occupied the South for the length of the entire war. We all know what happens when an army invades another country. Okay, we all know what happens. Rape, pillage, plunder. Okay, the South was no exception here. All those terrible acts happened there just the same. And unfortunately, if you understand the Civil War, you'll understand the majority of Southerners were poor and didn't own slaves. And they were not the poor people everywhere. Obviously, we all know the poor people are not the shot callers. The rich and the elite are. And a lot of people still think that the rich and the elite of America call the shots today. Well, that definitely was the case in the South. Okay, the rich and the elite called the shots when it came to slavery, and it called the shots on what the country was going to do. Okay, so the vast majority of Southerners that were being picked on, rape, pillage, and plunder had nothing to do with slavery. Okay, that's just the hardcore truth of it. They didn't have any say in it. They didn't have no slaves. But they were being, we've all heard of Sherman's March. And, stuff like that was happening long before Sherman made that famous march. And that march was famous for being havoc and destruction. That's what it was famous for all the destruction and the damage it did. But it was doing damage to people who didn't even support slavery. So those people began to look at the Southern Army as their heroes. They began to look at them as the people who were trying to drive this army that was rape, pillaging, and plundering, trying to drive them out of our homes. So they looked at them as their protectors. So when you see them waving that flag and they're saying heritage, not hate, a lot of them have, direct ties to people that were in the Confederacy, that had family members that were in the Confederacy way back in the day. And that's all it is it's a tribute to them. They're looking at, and that's why you see them waving the Army of Northern Virginia's battle flag. It's a military flag. Okay, that's what its original purpose was. It was a military flag. That's why you see them waving it, opposed to the Confederacy flag, which would stand for hate. Okay, that's why they say heritage and not hate. Now, that being said, let's talk about something else, because we all know that there is a lot of people who use that flag for negative reasons. But you should know, everybody should know this, there's good and bad in every situation. We all know that. That's just how we're programmed to think in America. We've had some bad police officers lately, some bad ones. But that doesn't mean that every last cop is a bad guy. That's just not the way you do things. You don't brand people like that. And that's kind of why I made this video, because you see a lot of good folks that are being, that have that flag or have family ties, and they're being branded as, terrible people. And, that's, in my eyes, that's still wrong. If you're looking at it as, a positive meaning, if you're looking at it as you're just, paying a tribute to the soldiers, you shouldn't be called a bad guy. I forgot who it was, but somebody famous came out and said that the rebel flag should be only put on rings, belt buckles, and bumper stickers of trucks and whatnot to help identify the worst people in the world. the worst people in the world. Okay, I had that flag. I am not a racist. My buddies in the Army would laugh at that notion that I was a racist, and I served my country for over 12 years. All of a sudden, I'm a bad guy now. I signed up right at 9/11. And let me tell you something. It was so crowded when I went to basic over there. So damn crowded. There were people sleeping on the chow hall floor because there were so many people that wanted to be patriotic after we just got attacked. And anybody who else has been in the military can back me up on this. There's a screening process where they look at your tattoos. There were hundreds upon hundreds upon hundreds of guys. Okay, these were proud Southern men who came to defend their country. They got turned away because they had that flag tattooed on their body somewhere. Okay, these were not people who came to, to the Army to spread a message of hate. These were people who came because they felt their country just got attacked. Okay, and all of a sudden, those are the bad people. Those are the worst people in the world. No, you don't do that. That's wrong. If you truly believe in tolerance and equality, that extends to everybody. It extends to everybody. And you're free to do and support whatever flag you want in this country. Okay, let me say that again. You're free to do and support whatever flag you want in this country. That's just who we are as Americans. Yeah, good luck to every single one of you out there. I don't want to see no more violence, but I'm hoping this will actually help people understand, when somebody waves that flag and they say heritage is not hate, that's what they mean. All right, good luck to all of you. God bless.